Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nikisha Lupka and I share faith-based and personal development content. So for today's video, I came back with another ESL coaching, ESL teaching or teaching online video, okay? I know they have many different names for it these days. So today I'm doing a video on the most common questions that are asked in an interview, okay? So if you in the application process and you're like, once these people contact me for an interview, I've never experienced this before, what are they going to ask me? So I'm going to help you through this process. So don't be nervous. Let's get into it, okay? Right, so the first question that they're going to ask you, so guys, I'm actually going to give you every single question, as trivial as they may sound, okay? I'm going to give you all these questions because for some reason, when it comes to job interviews, we think that we just know, we know everything about ourselves and we know everything. But ultimately, when it comes to the interview, we're saying, and that just doesn't bring, it doesn't give you that vibe of confidence, and that's what you want to be showing. And you also need to bring your personality as well, bring your charisma, bring your smile when you're in interview, because remember, you are winning people over the phone. It's online, it's not a physical thing where, I personally feel like a face-to-face interview will be a lot better, but now it's online, so you're going to have to work and bring in that charisma. Okay, so basically, guys, the first question that they're going to ask you, or one of the first questions that they will ask you, is what do you know about the company? Okay, now you want to make sure that you research the company that you apply at. And the reason why I'm saying this is because even though, yes, you're a teaching company, you teach English, but you want to give them more details about their company, because most or all teaching companies have a different objective. So you want to know what it is. Get to know the company so that you're not just saying, I know you're a teaching company. You're elaborating, you're telling them, the reasons why you want to work for the company. What is special about the company. Find out those details and mention them. It will obviously make your interview a little bit more stronger, So let's see. The next question that they're going to ask, I'm sure you all know this. Tell me about yourself. Guys, for some reason, whenever someone asks you about asks you about yourself, you don't know what to say. So please jot down your interests, your personal things, like talk about your family dynamics. So I'm a mom of 3. I'm married, I'm 30 years old, speak a little bit on your personal life, and then move on to your interests. So I absolutely love reading. I have like a YouTube channel. I'm an extroverted person. I really love being around people. Speak about yourself and your personality, your interests, your hobbies, okay? And then you can go on to talk about your academics. All right, whatever you've achieved academically, mention that when you're talking about yourself. All right, then they will ask you about your experience with this type of work. If you do have experience teaching online before, then go on to speak about your duties, whether you taught group classes, one-on-one classes, speak about the different cultures that you've taught, different countries. That will help you. Also, the age groups is another thing to bring up, to mention. All right, and then the next thing that they're going to ask you is about your strengths and your weaknesses. That's something else that you are going to sit on your own and think about, what is your strengths and your weaknesses, because for some reason we don't really know these things about ourselves. Okay, and you don't necessarily have to be specific with your strengths and weaknesses in the classroom. These are just your personal strengths and weaknesses. Okay, right. So moving on to the next question, they will ask you, what was one of your greatest challenges as an online coach or ESL teacher or online teacher, and how did you overcome it? Okay. Now you need to give anything that you had a challenge with. It can be something as tiny as an IT or technical issue, that may seem small but did affect you. But speak about how you overcame it. What did you do to make sure that, you are equipped to teach and you have a better, and professional teaching environment for the student. You could also speak about the different cultures, that you taught and how you had to differentiate or, relate to different cultures. You can think of that, but speak about how you overcame it. I know, for example, for me, I spoke about the cultures that I had to deal with in one classroom. I taught for a Chinese school, but the Chinese school catered for Japanese students as well as Chinese students. And there was a conflict of interest between the two cultures. And it was something that I battled with in the beginning, but then I learned how to deal with it and I overcame that challenge. So I spoke about that in my interview for the job that I currently have. Okay. And then the next question that they will ask you, okay, guys, so these questions they ask, like they even do this in the demo lesson that you're going to do with the interviewer. So they'll ask you what would you do, or how do you, what is your teaching strategy for students who are not interested in learning the lesson with you. So that happens a lot, guys. More especially it happens with the kids, not necessarily with the adults. Adults come to the lesson, they know what they're coming for. They know that they're paying for this, so they literally come there and they give you no issues, all right? But when it comes to the kids, they're doing backflips, maybe they're busy playing with their phones, they're on TikTok, some of them got you on the lesson there and they're busy learning all the TikTok dances, and you need to know how to handle that. So I can give you a tip so you know what to say in your interview. The way you could answer that is say, you try to make the lessons relatable. You need to have more energy, okay, in those specific lessons. Try to make the lesson more exciting. Find out what the student likes and then turn your lesson into something that they like doing. So if for example, the lesson, you can change the content, ask them who's their favorite superhero if it's a little boy. And then if they say Spider-Man, now you got the attention. And then you just turn the lesson, around into something that they will enjoy, but at the same time still try and get the content of the lesson, met, okay? So that's basically how you would answer that, is in making the lesson a little bit more fun or relatable for the student, okay? And they'll also ask you, how would you handle a shy student that doesn't really know, introverted student, doesn't really want to speak, doesn't not want to participate in a lesson, but it's just answering yes, no, one word answers, not being able to elaborate or anything like that. You need to try to get them to speak. So again, this is where you create a learner-centered classroom. You should always have a learner-centered classroom, by the way, where you are more finding out about what the student likes, And I find that when you have a shy student, crack jokes, make them smile, and when they are smiling, say, wow, you have such a beautiful smile. Automatically, guys, when you tell somebody that they have a beautiful smile, what happens? They just start smiling more. It's just something that happens with everybody. So basically those are all the questions. I don't think I left anything out. My writing is so small. Okay, so that's all for now, but those are definitely the questions that they are going to ask you. So get prepared before you have your interview. Don't just, jump, but get prepared. And hopefully these questions helped you, like I said earlier on. And until next time, guys, please make sure to subscribe. Don't just watch my video and not subscribe, guys. Subscribe. Don't be like that. Okay. So anyway, thank you so much for coming, guys. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and just engage with me, okay? Until next time, guys, take care and goodbye. Peace.